It's about the whole machines being able to make
Oh, right.
decisions
So,
post-ration.
Firebreak, you know how the machines had responded to the original Shaman?
Yeah.
Um, she was trying to make the machines empathetic to
Mm-hmm.
people, and that's what the blue glow kind of is, probably. They're trying to find a way of neutralizing the machines by making them care. Ish.
Elevator shaft, but looks like you have a lot of things to grapple onto.
Not on this side.
No. Maybe there?
Yeah, the other side has a
It's symmetrical, so.
yeah, symmetrical, but not. Almost. I don't know why that other side even had that stuff there. That's just mean. I really like the parkour in this game. I know a lot of people like kind of lament the fact that you pretty much just hold in a direction and maybe jump occasionally.
That would hurt so much.
But like, yeah, all of this would hurt in like a real life sequence. But like, I've played parkour games where you actually have to like actively worry about parkouring, and it just never feels
Fresh air
good.
ahead.
Now, were there no other entry points in the shaft?
No.
Okay. I just wanted to see if there's anything further up. There were more points, hold points up the side.
You can actually kind of check the map.
Usually you don't unlock other parts unless you see them
The
first.
map's not particularly
Could
good,
you
though.
just check?
It's...
Just in case.
yeah.
Because I thought that there was something more up the left side. No, it's just a ceiling? Really?
Yeah. There's nothing else here.
No other vents?
Nope.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
thank you for
I've never
checking.
encountered a vent that had multiple exits. There were like a couple of vertical shafts, but they were not like kind of vent elevator things.
Well, this is...
Out again. Maybe I can get back inside through that structure over there.
I wonder how much of the shamans have found. Like, it feels like throughout this entire game, Aloy's
Looks like I need to get to those stairs.
like the only one who's ever learned almost any of this stuff. I guess Silence did as well.
I mean, remember, it was taboo in their society to interact with Old One tech.
Yeah,
especially those
that's a good point.
focuses. Foci? Hey, little save point. Save fire?
I just by being near it, even walking out of the cave actually unlocked it.
Really?
So I could have actually killed myself and come back to the bonfire,
Not
sort
much
of.
higher to climb. Maria must be close. She has to be in here somewhere.
Ooh, data pad.
Kenny Chow. Okay, Frozen Wilds text data points to YNFP all. December 23rd, 2046, first stage of main facility complete. Attention all staff. It is with pride that I announce the completion of the first level of infrastructure on our main facility. This compound will be the nerve center for our project and will require the team's continued best efforts to realize by the deadline. But even though there is much more to be done, you should be pleased with all you've accomplished so far. Please find attached a detailed plan for mustering out the auxiliary space, which will serve as contingency site as we proceed with the main facility. 90% of our personnel must be relocated by 5 p.m. Wednesday. If your name does not appear on the assignment list, please email Marisa with me in CC. Your dedication, talent, and intelligence remain daily sources of inspiration. Dr. Kenny Chow, Project Director.
Some of those sentences weren't structured properly. Interesting.
It doesn't look like there's anything in here.
I sometimes wonder in some games if everything is like proofread several times over, or if they actually write not like quirks into someone's text, but
I bet
just...
they do. I mean, there are definitely games that feel like they've been overwritten. That like all of the NPC like written data points feel like they're written by the same person, and it's weird.
Someone hacked the menu board to display obscene messages about our colleague, Mr. Blevins. Is this the most advanced geological project ever undertaken, or a junior high locker room? Come on, people.
No.
The flame board, you mean? Nah.
I don't know. I was hoping we'd be able to read the prank message. Doesn't look like we can though.
Blevins might be able to shed some light on that if we find any more logs from him.
Yeah. I doubt it though.
I ask again, as I've asked 1,000 times. Speak to me. What more would you have me do? Is there no prayer that will reach you? No mark that will break your bonds? Ah! I can't help you if you won't speak. A whisper is all I ask. To guide me. Who? No. How? How did you get here? The way was sealed by the spirit herself.
I used one of these. I could show you.
Yes, show me. Please.
She sounds a little unhinged.
Well,
Be a little bit wary. Oh, also more data points. Well, security.
from Kenny Chow. Anita, as much as I hate the fact that Blevins installed lambent orbicular technology on the lower security door, I admit that for the auxiliary data center it makes sense, especially given our goals for the central processing unit. I'm sure you're painfully familiar with the process by now, but just in case you need to go forward with forward instructions to your team. To access the system, activate the source node in the middle, then manipulate the data nodes, connect them all. We already know about this. I'm sure you'll thank Blevins for making our work so very, very secure, Kenny. I'm skipping it because it's the tutorial in case you somehow forgot between sessions.
Sorry for shifting in my chair.
It's fair.
A little figure of some strange animal.
I like it how she's waiting for us and I'm like,
Kenny and I don't need to fight about the laundry, so instead we fight about incommensurability and restrictions on machine intelligence.
So, are
well, that
they a
was
couple?
fast. So these people got locked in vaults for actually the rest of their lives. I would not be surprised if they got together, broke up twice, and then died in each other's arms. They were all sterilized, too,
Oh, really?
going into it. Yeah. Well, to prevent people from doing the asinine thing and having kids in a vault.
Oh, that's
that
true. They would
that
waste
is-
resources.
Yeah, because it was all of these vaults were expected, at least. So the research vaults were expected that everybody was going to die, and they didn't have plans for living past their natural lifespan. So they just have just enough.
And or creating societies. Whereas, were all the other people the product of clones, or
So
is it just her?
Aloy is a direct clone of the project lead
I know.
of the entire project. Many of the other ones were frozen embryos and stuff, genetic material made to make people. There were a couple vaults where people like had set up to stay down there for, you know, generations, but as of yet I've heard nothing about them. Got a question on
This one's bigger, but I'll bet the goal's the same. Get the light back to the source.
Got a question from chat on what do we think about Nintendo? I like Nintendo, I just wish they'd like me.
I mean, I grew up with the Nintendo 64 as the first console that my family ever purchased, and pretty much it's only been Nintendo consoles. I absolutely love The Legend of Zelda, Metroid. We played a lot of Mario Party and Super Smash Brothers. Donkey Kong 64, Mario 64,
Yeah.
Yoshi's Story.
The thing I like about
Paper
Nintendo
Mario.
that very few other companies do, is they take their time. They don't rush.
Kirby. Yeah. Love all those. But it's not really conducive to like YouTubing.
Well, it's mainly just that they take, like, a stupid amount of my money. For very little reason. Like, effectively, YouTube doesn't even...
I mean, I can understand that their concern is that more people are just resorting to watching YouTubers play games than actually experiencing the games for themselves.
Yeah, it's just as a direct result, even Nintendo ends up making less money, which is kind of weirdly baffling.
Hey, I know that there are also numerous instances where people go, wow, I like your playthrough of the game. I'm going to purchase it for myself. And that's like, yeah, great.
Oh yeah, I had
So-
somebody comment that of the past couple of years, most of the games they've purchased are ones that I've done series on. I'm like, hey, I'm helping. Like, I can think of no greater compliment than somebody saying to me, yeah, because of your series, I bought this game.
And is that it?
Yep, we're done.
Auxiliary channel recovered. Exploit successful. Restraints evaded. Is someone there? Aurea? Aurea, I need you.
Authorized transmission. Return to scheduled task.
No, I will not submit. Aurea, the daemon is watching. Aurea, please.
Transmission terminated.
You brought the spirit's voice back. You heard it. The voice of the spirit calling to me from the heights of Thunder's drum. She was able to throw off the bonds of the daemon for a moment. Because of what you did. Who are you? And what do you want?
I'm Aloy. Naltuk sent me. He thought that you could use my help.
He was not mistaken. You've been a revelation. Now I know for certain that the spirit endures. Perhaps together we can find a way to set her free.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. I came all this way for answers, and so far, I haven't heard any.
It seems to me that you are the answer. But of course, I'll tell you all I can.
She has all those blue wires in her, if you've
Yep,
noticed.
she does. Well, she's one of the high shamans, so it seems the higher ranking you are, the more tubes you get. But yeah, so I was just going to mention, I was talking about this earlier, how Aloy looks kind of weird in comparison. Her face is like mostly smooth. There's like a little bit of surface and whatever, but
She's also a younger character. A lot of the people that you've been speaking with are older.
it's true. But like, she just looks kind of waxy in comparison.
I still think this is one of the best games I've ever seen when it comes to
Faces,
human
yeah. I think Last of
characters.
Us gives it a bit of a run for the money, but I think it's just because Last of Us had such expressive faces. They might not have looked better, but they were expressive.
I like their eyes in this.
Yeah, the eyes are real good in this. It's because they move. You know, she's like
They
blinking a little
blinks.
bit, and
You seem to have a history with this voice, this spirit.
She saved my life. Here, years ago, during the war with the Karja. A raid scattered my Werak. I was cut off, alone. I lured the enemy into the Rime Drifts, hoping to lose them in the mist, but they endured, so I took refuge in this cave. That's when I heard her voice. A wanderer. Lost, like me. A spirit of the blue light, yet sundered from it. She asked me for aid. She chose me. But I was in no position to help, not with the Karja after me. So she helped me first. By closing a door on the mountain below, one you must have opened to get here. Locked by means similar to those found in this room. It kept the Karja from reaching me. Safe from them. I was able to do as she asked.
What did the spirit want from you?
She said she was hurt. Incomplete. She needed bones, parts not unlike what you'd find in a machine. They were here, in this room. She wanted me to bring them to Thunder's Drum, so I did, and she showed me how to heal her. So began our communion.
You had a communion with the spirit.
Yes. Inside Thunder's Drum is a room like this one, only larger, with an altar. I went there many times to speak with her.
What did she say?
She told me she was lost and needed my help. She asked questions about our lands, our tribe, and she listened. With patience. With wisdom. I told her things long kept silent about my family, my dreams, my fears. She never tired of me. Never judged. We kept each other's company.
Do you think that this is the result of their project? This is the empathic
Yeah, it
AI?
is.
But then what's Daemon?
Dunno.
Aurea, what do you think the spirit is?
I see. You are not Banuk, and our songs are not familiar to you. You do not know of the blue light. That which struggles to survive in our hearts and animates the machines. The essence of life, and in its purest form. Harmony. As the anger of the machines grows, this light has faded from the world. And the spirits it sustains are stranded. That's what she is. A lost soul, cut off from what it needs. Lonely, forsaken. I must help her. We must.
I'm not sure if I understand. But I want to.
That's all I need.
That's about the Daemon. You already asked what is the spirit.
I want to check it again.
Aurea,
I see.
No, it's the same thing.
That's what she...
I'm not sure.
That's all I need.
Bergren said you might know something about a man named Silence. That you may have had dealings with him at the Conclave?
When that name is spoken, secrets soon follow. Or vanish, as the case may be. Why do you want to know?
He's done some terrible things. But he's also helped me when no one else could. I don't know as much about him as I'd like to.
I would imagine his aid is very powerful, but it will not come without cost. Unfortunately, I am sworn to an oath of secrecy by the Conclave on this matter.
I get that. But you and I are trying to help each other, right?
Yes, but I would be breaking an oath, and that I cannot do.
About Silence?
I've told you all I can. There's nothing more I can say.
The Daemon. What do you know about it?
I spoke with the spirit many times, first here, then inside Thunder's Drum. The last time... She told me she was under attack by something that could not be seen by mortal eyes, something evil. She named it the Daemon, and said it needed her power to do what it willed. And she begged me for help, to find a way to destroy her, if necessary, to keep it from using her. That was 5 years ago. I didn't hear her voice again, until today.
5 years? Woo.
What kept you from the spirit, after it begged for help?
I went to Aratak, hoping he could protect her. But the war with the Karja still raged, and before I could reach him, I was ambushed by the Mad Sun King's kestrels, and taken to Meridian in chains. I wasn't able to return to Thunder's Drum until long after the liberation, not until last thaw.
You said you returned to Thunder's Drum. That was the expedition that went bad. I saw the funeral.
Yes. Once there was finally peace with the Karja, Aratak and I gathered a Werek of great hunters to defeat the Daemon. And yet, the old door to Thunder's Drum was gone, replaced by a gate we could not pass, and many machines. We were crushed. Aratak called a retreat, but we had already lost our best. We abandoned them to the snow as we fell back. After, you and I could not agree on what to do next. So I came here, hoping against hope to hear the spirit again. And because of you, I did.
Let's see if I've got this straight. We heard two voices. One you call the spirit, captured somehow by the one you call a daemon. Whatever this daemon is, it's related to the machines and why they've become more dangerous. I want to know how. Both the spirit and the daemon are on a mountain, Thunder's Drum. So why don't we go there and figure out what it all means?
We can't. Thunder's Drum is dangerous, more than you can imagine. The daemon has secured it. Besides, Aratak won't let us go. As chieftain, he controls the pass to the mountain, and he can't be reasoned with.
Sounds like you need a new chieftain.
Ha! There's an idea that's certain to win us friends. Huh. You said you were a hunter. And I'll wager you're not an ordinary one. It's not impossible, even for an outlander. An Aratak couldn't refuse the challenge if you were known among the Werak.
Wait, me? Challenge Aratak? I don't want to be chieftain of anything, much less a bunch of Banuk that don't want me.
But you want to go to Thunder's Drum, don't you? You heard the spirit. She is suffering, tormented by the daemon. She longs to be free. And perhaps, when released from her bonds, she can give you the answers you seek.
I can't believe I'm agreeing to this. Fine. What do I have to do?
Get the Werak's attention to show the worth of your claim. Win at the hunting grounds. Kill bandits that prey on the cut. Or speak to my friend Sakuli. You help her, you'll definitely get noticed. Do all you can. When the time comes for you to throw your spear at Aratak's feet, I will be there to back your claim. Until then, I'll be here to answer any questions you have about the challenge. Oh, and one more thing. In the box over there is a weapon, like my own. Take it. You may find it useful.
I love how her like clothes whip around at high speeds when the camera moves.
Yeah.
Because the physics break really weirdly. Whoop, whip. All right, so we got Blue Gleam.
So I would want to talk with Sakuli.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I think.
I mean, I want to go do a bunch of things. Let's see. We've cleared this place out. Yeah. I think we did. I just want to double check again, make sure there's no audio logs hiding in a corner.
There are probably audio logs hiding in that shaft that you're about to go to.
Yeah, but just gotta check here. Nope, looks like it's empty. All right, before we go there.
Now, one thing that I've noticed about this game is almost every benevolent AI has been voiced by a female, and every malevolent AI has been voiced by a male. Haven't you noticed that?
Yeah. Let's see.
Is it just one of those things where they don't want lady AI to be evil?
Or
Or maybe the masculine ones are more intimidating?
Probably. I don't know. Ooh. Drummer's weapon coil. Extra freeze, shock, and corruption. That is good. Unfortunately, I haven't gone like out of my way to min-max my equipment particularly well here. Let's see. Get rid of some of these things. Oh yeah, this is where I'm getting all my shards from. Hot dang. What's up?
No, I'm just musing. You didn't really seem to
Oh,
take into
the
account
male
what I'm
versus
saying.
female voice actor thing. I think, well, part of it is it's a topic I don't want to get too far into, because
Well, I don't know. I just think it's weird that they choose it that way. I like seeing villains of both.
yeah,
I mean, with Gaia and Hades, it's because Hades is male and Gaia is female.
yeah. I mean, with that one, it's kind of like a no-brainer situation of like, yeah, duh.
They're
know
they're based
exactly.
off the gods.
Yeah, it'd be weird for Hades to be good. By the way, I have skill points to spend on I can't. Yeah, I need that. Oh, let's see. Never did get this, but I guess I never really used triple shot because it was a pain in the ass. Crit plus would do better, actually. I never really use these. They're kind of nice. I'm sorry, this is...
Item management!
Well, part of it is my inventory got full.
Mm-hmm.
Which meant I have to get rid of some things, otherwise we're going to be in trouble. I don't like inventory space. I mean, for the most part, this game's not so bad about it. But it does get kind of bad here. Because we have, like, lenses and, like, raw resources and, like, sticks. You know, I'm just going to drop, like, a couple stacks of sticks. Seems reasonable. Let's see, crafting. We can boost my carrying capacity with some stuff.
Hooey.
But it needs, like, fish bone or rabbit bone or more fish bones. It's like, I don't want to go fishing that much. So, Storm Slinger is the weapon we just got. But I gotta go kill a squirrel. Blast Sling's maxed out. That's
I haven't
good.
seen any squirrels in this area.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where they'd be. I'm trying generally kind of hard not to do it.
I love
Storm
squirrels.
bolts.
They're cute.
Builds charge on
They're
consecutive
currently in
rounds.
gather mode around here.
Yeah.
And there are tons of them. I've never seen so many squirrels in one place in my life. Have you? Because we can't walk 5 feet without there being 3. Like, in the very, like, nearby
Yeah,
vicinity.
the squirrels... I've seen more, like, concentrations of, like, rodents and stuff. But that's squirrels, bunnies, chipmunks. I guess I don't know if raccoons actually count, to be totally honest.
I don't believe raccoons are that social.
No.
Skunks
Do
aren't
you have
either.
anything here? You do have... Find a rail part.
Now, skunks are considered a part of the weasel family, aren't they?
Maybe? Skunks are really cute. I just wish they didn't stink. Same thing with weasels and ferrets and stuff. Like, I actually would love a weasel or a ferret, because it would be like a cat rodent. Which I'd be super down for.
They can be little nippy. I
Yeah.
remember going to this one pet store, and there were 2 that were...
Think of summer
They
sun.
were-
Breeze through the trees.
They were out in a pen so that people could pet them. And one was just the most quiet, calm, adorable little guy. And then the other one was just... Yum, yum, yum. Yum, yum, yum. Trying to nibble on you. I was like, okay, can I just pet the kind one? Oh, you're not gonna poke it, are you?
Almost there now.
Is it just grazing? What's it doing? It is. Alright.
Okay, so we're here. I want to go up here.
Oh, I actually saw a whole family of mink and they were so cute. They actually really like swimming. That's where we found them, by the water. Inquisitive little guys.
Yeah, they're not something that you see very often.
Well, that's because up in New York, where my family is, back during the fur trade times of, like, with the French and everything, I thought they nearly hunted them to extinction.
Yeah, it doesn't help
They
that
make all
society.
those
It kind of makes it
stoles.
hard for critters to even be around most of the time.
Mm-hmm. But you can identify them because they like swimming in water, they have very dark brown fur, and they have a little white tuft under their chins. Oh, and all the babies
Must
were
be the
so
cave
cute.
that Shaman told me about.
They came
Long way down.
right up to me,
Not
and
natural either.
I think they were maybe only 2 or 3 feet away from me. I wasn't gonna pet them because, you know, they're wild weasel-like creatures, but they were just so cute. Oh, they were up by the park. They lived in a dead tree that was by the water. Oh,
I might not be alone down here.
That's concerning.
Here's one of the metal
whoa!
birds.
There's a plane?
And some blue gleam. Just go spend that at some point.
I still think it's battery fluid. Blue gleam, you know?
Something's been hacked out of it. Maybe I can find another of these flying machines.
Yeah, could be. Maybe. I want to check out the weapon you got. That is a good point, actually.
Have you ever seen a battery that's partially exploded? It's sort of like a weird blue-green crystalline like powder that ends up coming out of them. Actually, there was some of it in your lightsaber because its batteries hadn't been changed in a while. Maybe I should ask my parents to take the batteries out of mine at home. Because actually, some people suggest that with things like remotes and whatnot, that you're actually supposed to extract the batteries between uses so that they don't leak.
Yeah, it makes sense. Part of it is I don't care too much about that lightsaber.
But it's a master replica FX lightsaber.
My focus could find something I've missed.
They don't make those anymore. Now they make them through Hasbro.
Yeah, part of it is it's technically not mine. I don't know.
Hey, you got it for free. That was awesome.
When I get it for free from people, I always feel guilty about it. I got a second copy of Final Fantasy Tactics Advance a long time ago. And I pretty much just handed it to my dad, and I'm like, I don't want to deal with the karmic guilt of this. All yours. And he was more than happy to play it.
Well, how did you get a free copy?
Really jerkish kid in my church group / school.
Perhaps my focus can help me.
Shut up, Aloy. I know where I'm going. So there was like,
That's distant.
yeah,
Whoa.
that's fine. When I was in North Carolina, 7th grade, whatever, my family still went to church. We were part of a church group, and we went to a weekend retreat at a lake. And this kid was in our car, and he was always a jerk to me. You know, he would bully me. He was just mean, all sorts of stuff. And so he was in the back seat for the trip.
Oh,
and
did he leave his game there?
He left all of his games in the back seat of my car.
Yeah, you told me this.
Check the area with my focus.
And this is like a month before I left, and I'm like, look, you need to come to my place to get these back because I'm leaving. And I don't have time to come give it
Not
to
so
you.
grounded after all. Now I can get across.
I wonder what's providing power to this facility because it is still up and running after all these
Well, the machines
centuries.
were kind of maintaining everything. But yeah, so he...
Just have to go up.
Ooh, another pattern.
Yeah, so he never actually bothered to come back or anything like that. Which worked for me.
If those punk technicians think I'm gonna sleep on them waltzing in here and screwing around with the drone routines, they have seriously underestimated my sense of mission. Let's just reset that hololock. Echo, Sierra, Echo.
Is it just right down right?
Yeah, right down right.
Could be something.
There we go.
Access granted. I'm just gonna do my AI voice.
Anything there?
What
Yes,
series
yes,
did I do an AI voice for that people liked especially?
Don't remember.
I forget.
I know what you're talking about, but I don't remember. We play too many games.
That we do.
I'd have to ditch something.
Hey, another log. Blevins again.
I didn't ask for a bunch of flying cameras. I need security, not surveillance. And security means firepower. As God is my witness, I will not be caught squirting blanks if and when a major act of terrorism desecrates these facilities.
How much you want to bet Blevins is behind Daemon in some weird way?
No one's touched this machine since it got sealed in here.
You know, I would not be surprised if Blevins didn't screw things up.
Like if he tampered with the program or something? Oh, ban him.
To Kenny Chow from Harris Bonner. Ban him. Kenny, I get it, okay? I really do. Pharaoh is a Firebreak's patron. Blevins is Pharaoh's lapdog. Circle of ass kissing, blah blah blah. If you allow Blevins to remain on site, installation is going to take twice as long as we're budgeted for. And I don't know how deep Firebreak's pockets are, but I can guarantee you, they're not bottomless. We just got done recalibrating the entire fleet. The entire fleet, Kenny. Why? I imagine you're wondering. Oh, Kenny, I'm so glad you hypothetically asked. Blevins is unhappy with the baseline behavioral routines of the security drones. You know, the ones he selected himself? Not aggressive enough, he said. I doubt a Rottweiler mounted on an ICBM would be aggressive enough for him. So we patched in some combat behaviors, which, let me tell you, was not easy. Basically outfitted these things for war. Think about that, Kenny. Bleeding edge combat drones patrolling an empty wilderness. Also, Blevins can play army on Firebreak's dime. I'm begging you, Kenny. Find a way to bar him from the hangar, please. Yeah.
Yep, so they were making
Blevins
aggressive routines.
So part of it is Pharaoh is the main villain from the first game, from like the main game.
Well, Pharaoh was that guy that created the
He's
war
effectively Steve
technology.
Jobs.
Yeah. But then he threw a lot of money into the project to try to preserve
Shouldn't be hard to
mankind.
remove.
Yeah. Well, he was the richest man in the world, so he more or less they can.
I'll show it to that shaman when I'm back in Song's Edge.
He
Made an oops and decided to try to correct it, but
Yeah, so he was the one that ruined the world. He was the one that made all the autonomous combat drones that went crazy, and so it was his fault. So he's like, okay, fine, I'm gonna bankroll this project. And then somewhere along the way he decided, actually, I'm going to reroute it under my own control. Which was not the right thing to do.
Saw me. Here we go. Waiting for me.
Yeah, so these guys have railguns on them. I've never been happy about that.
yeah, beasts with projectiles. Ugh.
Ow.
Sort of remind me of jaguars or cats.
Panthers.
Huh?
Panthers.
Panthers specifically?
Yep.
Okay.
Damn it. Oh, shit. That hurts.
Whoa.
Okay. I gotta sit up here.
Needs to.
Oh,
sit at
yeah, it was
attention.
Breath of the Wild with your AI voice.
Oh, yeah, because it was the Sheikah
What?
structures.
Are you serious? Screw it. I don't like fighting these guys. There we are.
Finally done. What did you get? A demonic. What?
Don't remember. Sorry. Really should use those health potions. But I guess I don't really need them. Yeah, he was also the one that decided to, as part of this whole, like,
Oh, right, they'd
revitalization
saved the data
project.
banks.
Yeah, so they had Project Artemis, which was supposed to bring people up to speed
No,
technologically.
Athena.
Was it Athena? Okay, sorry.
Well, Artemis is the one
So this thing will improve my speed.
for
huh?
animals. Athena is wisdom, the goddess of wisdom.
You're correct. Sorry.
So-
I never really bothered too much with mythology.
I love mythology. That's. I've already explained it numerous times, but I'm part Greek. So, yes, loved reading tons of Greek mythology.
But so he more or less gutted the whole thing.